G'day everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Sorry for the delay. Had to change my damn password thanks to Twitch's screw up, but we're on our way. Thank you for those who are joining me this morning, and yeah, let's have a look at some stuff. Thought I'd start by first showing some developments I've been working on for my character. So I've actually been thinking about how to I guess you can say further stylize the character a little bit. So I've been working on some pretty cool stuff. So working on the job, like just proportion and well, the proportion hasn't changed that much. It's mostly the face and the arms a little bit, little bit of changes there. But I wanted to show it anyway, just to show you the differences in the way the face is designed, because it's pretty cool. Um, and this is based sort of off the video that I posted on my Toon Shader. Um, so it's pretty cool. I just wanted to show you the geometry because it's a little bit different to the other one, a little bit different in terms of how it works. So I've almost gone back to a more traditional route, and I'll probably end up using this character in the final version. I'm not going to change. Hello, thank you. Um, I'm going to probably going to swap out the character once I finish doing all the animation with this one. It's got slight differences in the design, proportions, and a few other little tweaks on the face. And I thought it would be cool to show you anyway. So, originally, if you look at my first version, um, the eyes and the eyebrows, well, the eyebrows still are separate, but the eyes themselves were just separate planes, um, with a plane for the not eyebrow, the eyelashes, well, the fake eyelashes, the geometry for the eyes, the whites of the eyes and the pupil. And I've kind of gone backwards a little bit in terms of a more traditional layout. So they are now inset like an actual character. If you look at, oh, actually, it's kind of cool the way it does like that. I might actually go ahead and have that when she's at home. No makeup. Looks kind of cool. Anyway, yeah, so to get this sort of have more flexibility, I guess you could say, when it comes to well, repurposing this face for other characters, but also just animation wise, it's just easier. I think less issues, less artifacts. It's just showing you how that all works, and it's just traditional loops. Traditional loops. The only difference is that the eyes themselves are super flat, and as a placeholder, I just got a flat plane on top of the eyelids for now, or the eyes. But I'll probably replace those with. I will definitely be replacing those with textures. So yeah, it's interesting in that sometimes things work for a little bit, and then you start using them consistently, and doesn't quite work out the way you want them to. So you end up having to go back a few steps. But yeah, this is sort of like at that end game sort of stage. I'll probably swap it out, and then do some polish passes on the animation files, and then use this character as the design going forward, at least for this animation. Another little cool trick, by the way, is that the ears aren't actually ears. This is what I am keeping this. The ears aren't actually ears. I'm not going to go and change this. They're just planes. So that's kind of cool. Actually, I just want to see something there. Oh, there's two ears there. Oops. Bye bye. Fuck. Ah, cheers, cheers. But yeah, I thought I'd just show you guys what this looks like because there are still some cheats, and especially around the neck area. The neck is actually detached from the head. It's not actually modeled into the head. I got to fix that little artifact there still, but yeah. The body is largely the same geometry. It's just been retweaked a little bit to fit the proportions that I like. So this is the nice thing about having a clean base mesh, is that you can always go back and resize things as you see fit. So let me just show you what that looks like. So yeah, I'm still trying to push that stylized look, essentially. So yeah, that sort of shape, really like that shape. Yeah, so trying to achieve that through the style. Anyway, just thought I'd show you that. Same shade as the one in my video, so I haven't changed anything. I've played with the normals a little bit more in this, so I actually found a plugin called Abnormal. It's a really sick little plugin. Lets you smooth out your normals and redirect them a little bit, and that's how the face is so clean and the arms are so clean. So yeah, it's really good. Anyway, let's move on. So yeah, last week or last session, I guess you can say, I was working on this shot. Now it's just time to continue cleaning up the animation. So what have I got here? I've got need to have her pull it, and then I'm gonna have her look at the kid. So she looks at the kid to the side, and yeah, now it's time to sort of work on the other poses, refine the ones I got because they look pretty janky at the moment. And yeah, it's gonna be fun. So what I'll do is I might just start with here. What I want to do is actually have the animation pause for a little bit longer before she starts pulling away the pulling at the bars. So hello, good morning or good evening from wherever you guys are. It's good to see everyone. So yeah, here we go. Need to have this pause a bit further. I don't know why I didn't copy that pose. Let's just go ahead and copy that pose. Hey guys, welcome to the stream, Phoenix. So yeah, just gonna pull that back further. I just want to have a little bit of a pause. 10 frames should be enough. Yeah, I think 10 frames. Just trying to think about how quick I need to pull that and how far to pull back the body. So I might actually pull this a bit further forward a little bit just to not be too extreme. I fucked up the the animation a little bit though. I used to. I probably should, honestly. I should actually shoot more reference. I do plan on getting an iPhone just so I can get that goddamn AR kit and the face tracking, so I can do my reference footage properly. Um, I always find that when I do reference footage, my animation becomes a bit floaty. Though I really should be using it more often. Definitely should be using it more often. I think once I start doing more voice acting, not me doing voice acting, but animating the characters talking, I'll definitely be doing a lot more acting, inverted commas, in terms of reference video, no question. But if it's just action like this, actions like running and jumping and stuff like that, um, yeah, I might try and find some reference if I need to, but otherwise I'll just try and make it up and work with what I got. Let's see. Don't want to have it pull it back so far. Might just copy this key, put this keyframe here, and then just move it forward so it's less intense. Yeah, it's better. Copy this again. And it's less about the extreme pullback as it is about the speed in which he yanks it. So it's probably going to be more like one. So maybe pull this back within 3 or 4 frames rather than just 5, 6. That's better already. I accidentally made added some overlap. That was cool. See the difference there? That's crazy. I will add that in there. As a complete newbie, I'm about to start animating my first character ever. Wouldn't have reached that without your awesome tutorials. I'm utterly grateful. Thanks, man. Yeah, I appreciate it. I'm glad it worked out for you guys. Um, oh, no problem, man. Yeah, I really appreciate it when I hear that my tutorials help so many people when they want to learn how to animate or make characters. Yeah, it's really nice to hear. Um, yeah, and that's what it's all about, really. I always had these problems when I was at university and stuff. When I was trying to learn things, like I wouldn't have the resources, and it shit me up the wall. Thanks for your tutorials. You taught me how to sculpt and rig a character. Now I'm using Blender for my fun. Ah, sick. That's awesome, man. Hope the animation goes well for you. 1, 2. I might even make this one harder. Yeah, so I really want to push it to be really. Yeah, it's better. That's already looking better. And just because it looked cool, I am going to move this a frame earlier. Yeah, that's mad. Already just that little bit of overlap. What a difference. Holy crap. 1 frame difference on the geo on the COG versus the upper body, and you got yourself some cool overlap. That is mad. Yeah, I'm liking that already. What a difference. All right, cool. I'm just going to do a play blast of this and see how we go. So what I need to do is change the output, make sure that's going all right, and yeah, then we should be able to do a play blast. So let's go ahead and change the output. Make sure it's in the right folder. So in my case, it's the production folder, scenes, run, render. Then I organize my shots. So in this case, it's shot 16. Don't know why I put an S in front of some of these shots. It should be 016. I'm such an idiot sometimes. And it's Eevee inspects entrance. Sick. All right, cool. Just chuck it in there. And we should be good to go for a play blast. I'm just going to change it to video for now. This is the one thing that shits me about Blender is that the rendering for play blast is exactly the same output as the rendering for rendered files. It's so annoying. That'll be fine. MP4, that should be good. All right, cool. So to do a play blast. Oh, you reckon so? Oh, thank you. Yeah, storyboarding is awesome. Also, by the way, storyboarding is the most. It can be really fun to do. I've been doing a lot of that recently for work. Let's just do a viewport render. Well, hopefully the rigging tutorials help out as well. I'm really if you can get a rig and can animate with it, that's all that matters really. So yeah, there's always tons of stuff to learn with rigging as well. plenty of stuff to learn, plenty of stuff to do. Um, so my videos are just the start of it when it comes to rigging. It's same with anything. Same with modeling and texturing and materials and stuff as well. Like it's all the same. There's always more to learn, more to do. I'm constantly learning new shit as well. How long have I been in the industry? Uh, if you want to call it an industry, uh, in Australia, I guess you can say around 6 years, 7 years. So from 2014 to 2021. Um, that's how long it's been. Um, yeah, it feels like yesterday though that I started. Like I've never had a year where it's been the same. Never been yeah, never been a year where it's been exactly the same. Every year's been different for me. Um, so let's open up that Play Blast and have a look because it's playing at like pretty slow FPS. So you need to check it every now and then. Again, this is one of those things where Maya is winning at the moment. Is just playback of animation in the viewport is just so much smoother. Oh, thank you. Cheers. Yeah, yeah. The tune shader took me ages to sort of figure out as well. Fuck, where is my file? There it is. Um, yeah, it's just a lot of iteration, a lot of trial and error, and it's always changing. Characters, scenes, resources. All right, sweet. Here we go. Did I put in the wrong file? No, there it is. There, sweet. See how much faster it is? Kind of looks like she's having a spasm there. So we will have to increase the speed there. So that's the big difference. Playing in the viewport versus playing in a video player. It doesn't look like she's pulling it. It just looks like she's like shaking it. Yep, it's gonna be hopefully every second day during the weekdays. So um, yeah, definitely gonna be back and make it more often. So yeah, let's do the same one thing. Let's do this one more time. Let's expand out these keyframes. So I'm going to expand it out to around 90, frame 90. Just scale them out. And hopefully we can get a clean animation. So 1, 2, 3. So hopefully that looks a bit cleaner, a bit more softer in the, well, slower would be the best way of putting it. So another play blast, and let's viewport that animation. But yeah, it takes time. Like when you see me just repeating myself over and over again, um, that's just what animation's all about. Just doing this thing, checking it, doing another thing, checking it. And then eventually, like I'm only fortunate that I'm not doing this for anyone else in terms of directors, because it might be possible that you go through all this work and then, you know, they don't like it at all. And then you're just like, fuck, time to go start from scratch. And that's the big thing about my career so far, is that I largely haven't been working for anyone else. I've been working for myself for the most part. Or if I work on with a group of people, it's I'm working on a project that is basically done by myself in a larger studio. So working on working in a studio that works on multiple projects at once. Everyone has their own project. That looks better. See what I mean? Like the timing is key. That feels a bit more like she's pulling it rather than having a spasm. I mean, the face will need to be fixed, um, for sure, but um, it looks a lot better. And eventually, I'll alter each pull to look a little bit different. Ah, hey, Dr. Zigzag, welcome. Yeah, so I'll be altering it as we go along. But now I know that at least the timing, I think, looks better. Looks better than what it was before. That I can move on to the next area that I want to refine, and that would be the I'm kind of moving backwards a little bit. Is this part here? I think she moves her hand down a little bit too fast, and I want to slow that down a little bit, and that would work out for me because she takes a bit too long to walk up to here, I think. Yeah, yeah. Play blasting, like, and this is the case with almost anyone that animates in 3D. You got to play blast just because the viewport playback is slow. That being said, in Maya, it's a lot better now. It's so much better with the new. Well, I wouldn't call it new at this point. The animation caching. I really wish animation caching was in Blender, such as lifesaver. Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Um, yeah, got plenty of stuff on today. Doing some teaching this morning and afternoon. So proper teaching, not just this. So that'll be fun. Got some cool stuff to teach today. It's gonna be a lot of fun to do. So yeah, from here, I'm gonna move this frame back maybe 5, 10 frames. Let's just start with 5 frames or 10 frames, sorry. And then again, go do another play blast just to see how it works. And then what I want to do is have her actually show her hands wrap around that pole, like just seeing, like almost like feeling the texture. It's a weird one. But yeah, it does make a difference when you let them take a moment to sink in where they are and what they're facing. Um, so yeah, let's do another play blast. I know, one keyframe. I know it's crazy, right? What's good? Yeah, can't complain, man. Just animating, just animating. And again, this will be wrapping up at 9, just before 9. Um, yeah. By the way, I had this conversation last stream as well. Why not turn on frame dropping? Because it doesn't really work. uh, doesn't work great, at least. Um, that's better. That's much better already. Yep, that's cool. I like that now. That's looking good. Her approach is a bit faster as well, which is good too. So it's just about right. And I need to sort of emulate her walking up to it and have her eyes sort of move around. Yep, sick. And here, the last thing to do here is have her just pause a little bit after she does her movement. See here? I need her to stop and take in her scenario. Have you tried 3.0? Not yet. Um, nothing wrong with play blasting, dude. It's fine. Haven't tried 3.0. Oh, wait. I have for one function only, and that was for to try out the USD support. And already that was a goddamn lifesaver. USD support in Blender 3.0 is mad. But that's it. That's the only reason I got it. I will be once 3.0 comes out. I think I'm really going to. Oh, cheers! I like it too. It's one of my favorite features of this character. I love it. Love the force perspective. But yeah, with 3.0, I think there's a bunch of things I'm going to be practicing for that. I haven't touched on geometry nodes yet, and I really want to get into it because I think there's some things in it that I can really integrate even into like animation rigs that will make it a lot more efficient, a lot smoother. So I really want to jump into it. So see how she just jumped? She goes straight away. Goes from um, pulling the bar to looking at the girl. You need to have a little bit of space in between realizing where she is at the moment, as in what the problem is, to her considering the kid. So she needs to think about it before she looks at the girl. So she needs to stay put for at least a fraction of a second, even if it's just for a bit. So and just by the way, if I just show you what I mean by playback, where are we? Playback, drop frames. I think I already have it turned on, do I? I don't even think I have it as play every frame dropping. Let's see. Improves it a little bit, but Nothing great. Doesn't do a great job. Doesn't really does do it fully. Doesn't really make much difference in terms of playback difference. It's still at 14 FPS. Yeah, it's exactly the same. That's the only difference. The only difference is that it does look kind of cool, like seeing the frame drops because it kind of emulates what I want to do with the animation. So slight increase in the FPS, not a big difference. So yeah, as she, we need her to sort of pause there. So what I'm going to do is copy this frame, have a pause for about. See, That's 90 frames. That's 90. Maybe 7 or 8 frames would be enough. I'm gonna give it 7 frames. Then maybe move this a little bit to the left, a little bit like so, and you'll see that even then, didn't even fucking do it. Um, Copy that frame, copy pose, paste. Come on, just stay put. There we go. We're gonna have her settle a little bit in the animation when the time comes. One other trick would be to just add a little bit of easing. So when I mean easing, I mean when she goes into stop, we add a little bit of a keyframe there, bring that forward, so then she settles into her thoughts. I don't like playing only active windows because I want to be able to animate in one scene and see the other scene without any controllers. So I need to see both. That's the only reason why I don't have that turned on. See, that looks better already. Just seeing that settle. Then I might just pause it a little bit further up there. There we go. And then we can have it, move that forward a little bit. And there we have a little bit of consideration in their eyes. So we'll actually animate her eyes looking around or just darting a little bit, and breathing to get what we need. Yeah, but yeah, I can't stand only active Windows animation. It shits me out the wall. All right, cool. What's the project plot? Yeah, I do have I can give you a basic plot line. It's kind of ironic that it's quite contemporary considering the situation the world's in at the moment. Wasn't meant to be. I wrote this fucking story like 3-4 years ago. Um, but basically, the characters live on a planet that is essentially quarantined from Earth. They haven't been in contact with Earth for like 30, 40 years, probably 30 years. And the plot of the story is that this character, Evie, figures out how to get back. So basically, in the story, everyone assumes that Earth is pretty much gone extinct. There's no contact, there's nothing, there's no way to get back. It's locked out through a series of gates and like space gates, and she figures out how to reopen them. And yeah, that's the plot. That's basically it. And then stuff ensues. I guess you can say things ensue. That's the overall plot. This animation barely scratches that surface. The animation for that, but I do have around 10 minutes of content that I want to animate to get the story rolling at least. This animation that I'm doing now will only be the first minute and a half, maybe 2 minutes. All right, cool. I'm liking that so far. Let's do one more play blast. But yeah, yeah, I didn't expect it to be so telling in terms of yeah, sci-fi goodness, man. For sure. I couldn't do anything else, honestly. I do have an idea for a kids show. I've had one for ages. That's mythical, but not fantastical. It's mythical based. That would be really fun to do. Um, but that could be another idea that I might animate for funsies as a side project for in between more Black Curtain stuff. Maybe it could be fun to do. Um, See what I mean? That looks a lot better now in terms of just timing, not animation. The animation still looks like shit, but just getting like the pacing, the step by step motion in there. Just have her consider her what's going on, and there might actually be a more. I might actually double that pause there. I'll double that pause a little bit, just so I can get her to think about what's going on, like that. All right, one last play blast, and we'll actually do some more animation. Stylized Daenerys. It might be worth doing a stream one day where I just make a character from scratch. If I had the time, it would probably be during a holiday season that I can do that because it would take a few hours. So maybe during one of the term breaks or something like that, it might be pretty fun to do a a full day stream. And appreciate the super chat, Kelly Johnson, by the way, again. Much appreciated. Or actually, after I get Black Curtain, this first episode done, it might be a nice time to do a few bespoke streams. That could be fun too. So maybe in November. November could be a good time to do it. That's better. All right, I like that now. We can, especially given the I haven't watched the trailer yet, but I know that there's a trailer for the new show. Um, so that could be fun. Yeah, I mean, I'd be keen on doing that for sure. I've been thinking about doing like a 6 hour stream or something like that, like a sub drive or something like that for Twitch and YouTube in the coming weeks. So that could be cool. That's a cool idea. All right. This one was actually based on someone's suggestion from the last stream. I was going to animate something completely different, but then like someone mentioned, oh yeah, might just pull the camera behind the bars and show her in front of the bars of the shot. I'm like, holy shit, that's a great idea. And then as I was animating, I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. The framing that I've got here is actually indicative of a really good moment in this animation. So I've changed it from the storyboard. So if you look at the storyboard, um, yeah, the subscriber portfolio stuff could be cool to do as well. I might do that in the future too, for sure. It could also be a possible thing that Patreon users can benefit from. I'm not sure how that's going to go, but I feel bad if that happens. Like separating paid content from free content to that level. I'm not sure if I'll do that. But where was I? Let me show you the storyboard. So if I go to my pre-production storyboard, it's all here, by the way. Pre-production storyboard. I think I have a PDF. Let's see. Do I have it here? No, that's the wrong one. Fortunately, I didn't save the goddamn storyboard. In terms of oh yeah, here we go. So in the end, spoilers. Yeah, that was the original shot. Yeah, yeah. The stylized head can be done in all kinds of ways. I think what matters really is um, that you do some sketches and really design that character. That will really help to get you that stylization down and have a reference. So having sketches really helps. Um, the other thing is also just understanding w- the approach. Like the approach that I went through is a lot different to some people, and yeah, there's plenty of ways to go about stylization. Thanks, dude. Thank you very much. But this is how the original shot was meant to be on the side, and whoever thought of having it behind the bars, thank you very much. It was genius. I think I got a nice idea for the shot for the next shot. So yeah, super cool. Immersion broken. I'm not sure what you mean. Where's the grumpy flamboyant boss man? He's in a different episode, unfortunately. He's not going to be in this one. Sophie and boss man aren't in this particular scene, in this shot, in this animation. Um, that will come later on. I'm really happy. I'm really looking forward to getting to those points, and I've got some plans to make my animation a lot easier and faster to do in the future, and that's why I need that goddamn iPhone. I never thought I'd need one, but now I need one. Yeah. Um, I know, right? Appreciate it. No, the ending has not been given away. Ending has not been given away. You'll see. You'll see. And this is all collaborative in terms of like me showing you stuff. Most people wouldn't have seen this anyway, so it's fine. All right. So what I'm going to do here for the next um, 10 minutes is what software am I using for storyboarding? Storyboarder. It's a mad app. It's free. It's amazing, and oops, hide that. Um, yeah, it's really really good. So yeah, Storyboarder is mad. Really cool stuff. That one. Um, do I have a way to cam your rig yourself? To cam rig yourself? Not yet. Not yet. There are ways. So I'm gonna looking how to do that. Oh, good point. iPad. Good point. I do have an iPad Pro. Yeah, that could be possible. Thanks for the suggestion. I'll look into that. Yeah, facial recording for sure. Um, keeping track of the chats, by the way. Thank you again, Callie Johnson, for the super chats. But yeah, um, I use Scenarist for screenwriting, which is a free software, and I use Storyboarder for my storyboarding, obviously. So yeah, I'm going to start off just with the hand, so that the hand looks pretty shit. This is where I will start to use some. I'm going to use some motion paths. So I'm going to create some motion paths at frame 40 from 1 to 45. Um, oh, my pleasure, my pleasure. So what I'm going to do is just get some arcs in there. So right now it's completely linear, and what I want to do is see how it's got a nice little thing there going on. Oh, cheers. Unfortunately, I only got about $5, $5, 5 minutes left to go. I've used a pad with Face It. Not suppressed. Oh, really? Not impressed? Okay, that's good to know. Um, any reason why you're not impressed by it? Because that's what I was actually planning on using. So I'm gonna add an arc, a little bit arc, like so. See that already? Just adding that little arc, massive difference. I mean, I can see it on the side there, but like, oh, thank you very, very much. I appreciate the fact that you're enjoying the videos. So here, what I'm going to do is I might actually pull the arm out around here just to get a little bit of a, there we go. And here, it might actually be worth adding. It might be just a matter of understanding that even mocap is not going to be perfect. Mocap is rarely good out of the box. What you always do, what you're trying to get out of the Faceit tracking is a base of animation that you can refine. That's the idea. That looks better already. See how she can she pulls her arm out at that sort of angle. So what I can do here is, yeah, more natural movement for sure. So just trying to get that natural movement into her arm. That's so much better already. Just seeing that already does such a difference to the motion. Just getting those arcs in there, that line of motion. And I'm not the best animator in the world either. I'm not the best. That's why I've been hesitant of doing tutorials for it. But I can give you it. I'll definitely be making a series soon enough, though, just to talk about the basics. Yeah, yeah. Using it as a base, and that for me is enough. Just getting the timing out, and I can't be bothered doing all the timing for the voice acting and stuff. So if I can get even just the jaw moving and in time with the voice, honestly, I'd probably be happy with that. The only problem is that it's $200. It's an expensive fucking plugin. So yeah, let's grab. Now, what I want to do is simulate her stepping forward. So what I'm going to do is I might actually keep 1 foot back to simulate her moving forward. And even if I'm not going to see it, I do like to actually animate the steps sometimes just to get myself. And that's a nice little pose from the front. I do like to get her feet into place. So oh, no worries. I'm gonna wrap up in a minute anyway. So appreciate joining, Rococo. I don't know. Yeah, Rococo, man. Fuck, expensive. Yeah, yeah, I guess so. If the feature set's exactly the same between the $60 one and the $200 one, I'll get the $60 one. That's nothing. Yeah, 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 for sure. Um, Animation's already good. I always enjoy animating in Blender, but the more the merrier. The more features, the better. Honestly, my animation's not generally that complex anyway. Yeah, just a tad, but that's okay. You can always join the next one. I might actually do one on the weekend as well. That could be fun to do. All right, so what we're going to do here is I'm going to plant that foot down, at least for a moment. Just plant that down, and then move this foot forward a little bit. Just move a tad forward, keyframe that, paste it down. Just so I know exactly the kind of steps I need to do to. Yeah, that will be fine. So what I'm going to do is move this keyframe forward, this one. One, two, three. Yep, that could work. 1, 2, 3. Probably add another keyframe now at that hole once she stops her foot there. And then I can move that foot forward a little bit now to sort of get an idea of the movement. I bought the $70 one, but I didn't get the $300 mocap software. Ah, okay, so there's actually software involved as well. Okay, I get it. I get what you mean. I am linking these characters. I never, ever, ever append my characters, ever. If the reason why, if you look at if you look at my animation, you'll see um, how many versions of the character I've done. So, um, thanks for the follow, by the way. And yeah, if you look at the files, characters, and I've been animating the characters since version 20 or 30. I think 30 I started animating my characters at. Yeah, 10th to 20th, something like that. I've gone through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 versions of Eevee since then. And I've had to swap out those rigs every single time. So yeah, no question, linking is superior. Oh yeah, feel free to mention what kind of software you chose. So, um, all right, there we go. We got a little bit of a step now. So what I can do is just get a little bit of a rise in her motion as she's walking. So I'm just gonna rise her body ever so slightly. Appreciate the super chats again, Kelly. Really appreciate it. Drivers in my character's material shaders that don't work when they're linked. That's interesting. Um, yeah, there might be limitations then. Are you using material? Are you using overrides like the new version, the new thing, or proxies? Because if you're using proxies, it might work better. Proxy might be more efficient. Using the library overrides are still pretty shit at the moment in Blender, in my opinion. One, so this can go down a little bit. I know that with me, library overrides would break. Like, they actually would crash Blender when I was using my rigs, so I can't use them. All right, cool. 1, 2, 1. So you get a little bit of bounce there. Leg will lift up here. Slight rise there. And then another drop down here as she settles. Yeah, proxies are still more, it's definitely more efficient at the moment. They're the old school method, but they do the job. All right. We're gonna have to wrap it up there because it's 9 o'clock. I gotta jump into my class. So appreciate everyone who joined in this morning. It's been great. Really been enjoying the chats. For eye facial mocap. Yeah, cool. I'll check it out. I'll check it out. Thanks for the suggestion, Kelly. But yeah, definitely will check that out. All right. You can see the bounce there. It makes it so much more dynamic. Just a little bit of bounce in that motion. Anyway, I've got to wrap it up. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining in the chats. Thanks for the super chats, everyone, as well, and anyone who subscribed and anyone who followed. So look forward to chatting with you. Let's see. Maybe I'll do one on the weekend. I'm not sure, but otherwise, I'll see you guys on Monday. But yeah, cheers.